we would like to ask people outside of the GLP-1 community and some medical professionals tout the all too familiar terms of exercise and diet. Eat less, move more, to take off weight, quote unquote, naturally. So, what are some statistical numbers of those that have struggled with lifetime obesity, losing their weight alone with only changes in diet and exercise, and also the chances of keeping it off?
Yeah, I'm always very careful when I address this question because I don't want to discourage patients, and I want to reiterate that regardless of what intervention you choose, whether that's medications, endoscopic interventions, surgery, um, the basis of any weight loss endeavor is eating healthy and exercising. With that being
Mhm.
said, the chances reaching a healthy weight with just diet and exercise if you have severe obesity is less than 1 in 100. And as your weight increases, that chance decreases to less than 1 in 1,000. So it's incredibly low. And the reason is because your biology works against you. And people don't understand that, or didn't understand that in the past. And did we lose Brandy? Wait, I think we
Oh, no, she
I
popped
keep
off. She'll come back. You can keep going. She'll come back.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But
there she
what
is. Hello. Keep going, keep going.
so the reason why it's diet and exercise is so ineffective is because our biology. And so a lot of obesity, about 60% of it is genetic. And a huge percentage of it is a metabolic dysregulation, a hormonal dysregulation that you don't have any control over. And it's beyond, the environmental effects. Obviously, the environment affects your weight, right? So if you're eating unhealthy and binge eating, you'll gain weight. But your chances of reaching a healthy weight with just diet and exercise is extremely, extremely low. And that's why bariatric surgery exists, because the majority of patients, the vast majority, over 99% of patients who try to lose weight or reach a healthy weight with just diet and exercise fail.
Yeah,
I
that makes
totally
total
get
sense.
that.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
sporty, athletic, fitness all my life, and I was
Yeah,
also a binger, but every time I would gain, I could maybe white knuckle 30 pounds off, but it'd come right back. So
that's my number
totally
2,
understand it.
30.
Yeah.
30.
And sometimes, because you'll watch these shows like, The Biggest Loser, where patients lose 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and it's like, wow, I mean, this person did it with just diet and exercise. But there was a study that was published in the New York Times that looked at the contestants who were on The Biggest Loser, and followed them for 6 years after they lost all the weight, and every single one of them regained the weight, and a lot
Yeah.
actually heavier than they were before they started the competition. So this is a problem with the hypothalamus, the control center in the brain, which
Mhm.
controls. It's the primary weight regulator, and regardless of how much you exercise and you diet, you can't change what's set in there.
Mm.
There's this idea of a set weight theory, which you guys might have heard before, but
Oh, yeah, we heard a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
the idea, you have a preset weight, and your body tries to keep you at that weight. And so it's very, very difficult, and it's a struggle for patients because you take the onus, and you blame yourself, like, because the idea is, if I eat healthy and I exercise, I should be able to lose the weight and reach a healthy weight, but that's not the case, and we see it so many times. I see it every single day. I mean, I had a patient who was in my office yesterday, a young woman who was sobbing. She was in tears because her 8-year-old son refuses to hold her hand when she drops him off at school, because all the kids make fun of him because his mom is overweight, and she was just in tears. And it was so heartbreaking for me because it's what do you say to that person, when
Mm.
your child doesn't want to hold your hands because of something you can't control. So it's just, I see it every single day, and I'm glad that we have medications like Wegovy and GLP-1 agonists, and we have weight loss surgery that works incredibly well.
Together.
So it's nice to be able to offer patients solutions, but it's also important to know that this is like we keep saying, this is a chronic disease. So there is a chance you'll gain some weight. There's a chance that
Yeah.
you may regain all your weight.
Yes.
And that's not always your failure. Sometimes there are some things that you did to contribute to that, but not always. So it's important to be able to talk about that with your physician or whoever's managing your obesity. And I think it's also important to say that, there are a lot of physicians who, can I curse on this?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
There
Let it
are a lot of
fly.
physicians who don't know shit about obesity.
A lot.
I would argue that not most, but a significant percentage of physicians
Yes.
don't know shit about obesity. They
I'd
don't
say
know what.
most.
Yeah, I'm
I would
with
agree.
they don't know, they haven't accepted that it's a chronic disease. They're not willing to manage it. They're not willing to refer a patient to someone who can manage it, and they just refuse to see the reality. And so it's
Yeah.
important, if you feel like you're not being heard or you feel like you're
Mhm.
not getting that you need, see someone else. There are so many physicians out there, and find someone that you trust, that is out for your benefit, and someone that can help you reach your goal. I always tell my patients, before they have surgery, that this is not like a one-stop shop. I do the operation and you figure it out, and you lose all the weight magically.
Yeah.
This a long process. I'm going to be on this journey with you, and I'm going to be on this journey the entire time with you. And it's gonna be hard. We're gonna struggle, but we'll get through it. And if
Yeah.
and if you need me, I will always be there to help you through the process. And so you need a physician that will be there for you. And there are a ton. I mean, I see them all the time on TikTok. You've had them on your show, and
Uh-huh.
so just definitely find someone who listens to you, because some physicians will not, and they'll just tell you to diet and exercise, and the chances that you'll reach a healthy weight with that are slim to none, unfortunately.
Yeah.
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 It's so
Well,
crazy to hear you say this. I'm gonna let JT do her thing.
yeah,
Although
no, no,
JT, I
no.
think we can probably just move to the last question because he's answered all the other ones.
Yeah,
I
he
know,
did the other
right?
ones.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
He
yeah.
got
He
there on his
So
own. It's fine.
That's how
It's
great it
the
is.
first
That's how
podcast.
you are. That's how
We
great you are,
just need
Dr.
to-
Ronnie. You answered a question
Yes.
without even being asked it. So.
yeah.
But like I see Brandy, because she and I have had very similar, right? And like is it like killing you to hold back? Because like it is
Yeah.
the validation of hearing someone say those things is huge for people like us and for people that are listening and hearing that we need to hear those things mixed with these stories, and we need to know, because like I'm still healing, like I'm
Uh-huh.
still healing here, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact that my body is getting in a better place. And my doctor called me relatively healthy the other day, and I was like, stop it.
Ah.
Stop it. Like I was like, I'll take it any day, and things like that. Like we're still doing so much healing up here and forgiving of
Mhm.
ourselves. And it's like you said, there are things that you do that contribute to the weight stuff, but why'd you
Right.
do them to begin with? Right? Why was
Mhm.
that happening?